A part of this, and come March the 1st, it'll be a great event. Right now, I'm not really big on getting into it and stuff like that. I'm really out of it right now. But come March the 1st, it's definitely gonna be a great show. Same results. We just gotta wait and see. You know what I mean? We got 3 months to get ready, so it'll be a goodie come March the 1st. So see y'all there.
All right, we will now open things up for question first. I'll start with you, Tank. You are back in Brooklyn. The last time you were here, the Barclays Center was packed. You had a show-stopping knockout victory over Rolly Romero. It is the highest grossing and most attended boxing event ever here at Barclays Center. What is it about fighting here in Brooklyn that's so special for you?
I think the people energy, I won my first championship here and things like that, and if you actually look on my Instagram, I have more followers in New York than actual Baltimore, so I think this is like a second home for me and things like that, and New York always come with that great energy.
Now, going into this fight against Lamont Roach, I know there were reports of a potential fight with Lomachenko. Obviously, that fell through. What made Lamont Roach the next logical choice for you in your next fight?
He has skills, even though he's at a smaller weight class. I feel
it's overrated.
Yeah. Oh, geez.
Here we go. We're doing this again.
Damn it.
He's the fan I'm talking about.
How long ago was that when I said that? 2 years ago?
2 years ago.
Might have been after Des Moines.
And he almost swung on you, and I was going to press charges. So
how you was going to press charges?
Yeah, I don't know. It was damaging me. Okay, can't hit my boy that hard.
The same thing, bro.
Damn, we're going viral for this again.
The same thing.
Oh, man.
A question for Tank. Okay, fine. Since you know that this guy is in a lower division, why are you fighting someone who is in a lower division? I've always questioned how Tank chooses opponents. He always chooses opponents that he knows for sure he can beat them. He doesn't choose opponents that are bringing anything to him. He doesn't choose opponents that are tough, that will bring a fight to him. He never chooses that. He never fought the top 3 at 135. He never calls for he never calls for top 3. He always chooses opponents that no one knows about. Maybe like when he calls Rolly, I looked for Rolly's fight and I'm like, this is not a fighter that will beat Tank. Now he calls out Roach. I don't know much about him, but he just mentioned the fact that he is in a small division. He's at 135. Look what happens to David Benavidez when he moves to 175. Weight matters in boxing. It's not like it doesn't matter. Fighting at 135 and go to 140 for the first time, it's not gonna be easy as fighting at 135. So Tank, is he really manipulating boxing deliberately, or is just attacking the top fighters? Because for me, it doesn't make sense. I have questioned how Tank chooses opponent for far too long. People attack us who speaks the truth as if like we are the ones saying Tank chooses the weak opponents. Tank right now confesses that yes, even if he's in the lower division, and I believe that a lot of people don't know who's this guy, but Tank just chooses him to fight him. He could have chosen Shako. He could have called out Shako. Nothing stopping Tank from calling out Shako. Nothing stopped Tank from calling out Keyshawn. But when he comes to those top fighters, Tank have a way of escaping those fighters and manipulate the fans, making it sounds like he's a top dog. Fighting Keyshawn is still going to make him more money than he's going to make against this guy. Fighting Shako is a top man. Fighting Devin Haney, the biggest man. But he will come, manipulate, and say things that don't even matter and get away with it. Is it because of the love that the fans have for him makes them weak to a point whereby they can't see what's really going on here? Or people are just ignorant, or people don't care about Tank fighting the best fight. They just want to see Tank going there, knocking out someone who's not even at 135, who's in lower division than 135. It really doesn't make sense for me. Let's continue listening to this.
Though Lamont have, and he's that's one of the guys that I actually started with and came up with in the sport of boxing. actually like still doing well. Everybody that's like started with us like really like not in the picture right now. So people don't really I wouldn't say like know him, but he definitely have the skills. Definitely a top opponent, and come March the 1st, everybody will see.
Now I'll turn things over to you, Lamont. Obviously, what was your reaction when you got the call from your team that this fight is on the table, and what was your reaction once it was finalized, knowing that this is the biggest opportunity of your career?
I would say my reaction was
About to get paid.
that was one of them. No funny. That was one of them. But little do people know. I mean, like, you know, not to downplay, because the motherfucking offer was pretty chunky. But I had some chunky deals on the table too. So it's not something that we super jumped at. But when it came to my legacy, when it came to, you know what I'm saying, putting on good shows for boxing and all that came together. Of course I wanted to do it. And like he said, we came up together. Why not? Why not put on a great show? Why not show that we are two of the best fighters in the world on a world stage, on a pay-per-view card? So, of course, I was like, yeah.
Now, you just mentioned, obviously, it's very well known that you guys, you know, fought in the amateurs, you've had sparring sessions. Can you use any of those past experiences with Tank going forward into this fight March 1st?
He can't. He lost.
No, answer my question, bro. What I'm about to say, logically, even though I think I won both of them fights, not really. It was so long ago. We was like 16.
Remember I beat you in a tournament twice?
You say what?
I beat you in the tournament twice. I beat him in the state, and then they did something
beat me
like...
in the regionals. They cheated in Baltimore, took a point from me, fool. Come on. We sent the video to USA Boxing, and they said I should have won. They sent me to the Nationals. That was the only reason why I went.
And then I fought you again and beat you there,
and then
right?
You beat me.
There again.
Then you beat
in
me.
The same tournament.
Then you beat me.
Crazy.
I still thought I won, though. It was the point system. It was BS. They was on your dick. Like, come on, fool. It is what it is. But, they was close fights. He won both of them, obviously. But at the end of the day, you can't really use that. We're two totally different fighters. He's evolved. I evolved. And, you know, we got to go what's been going on now.
Now, I'll turn things over to you, Tang. This is a huge fight for the DMV area. Does that add a little extra motivation, him being from DC, from Baltimore, going into this fight?
Not really. Like, I've been coming up and coming to DC like for a minute since I was young, so I don't really see like, you know, like the.
It's more so for the crowd. It ain't necessarily between me and him, DC, Baltimore, but like for the crowd, it definitely is. As a area thing, it is.
Now, Tank, Roach said earlier today that, you know, he feels like the guys that you have knocked out recently don't have a chin. What's your response to that?
We gotta test his chin out. Come March the 1st.
We ain't on that. Motherfuckers don't hit me in
What's
there.
your reaction to that, Lamont? You said, you know, you feel like guys...
That's what we gonna be in there for. He same thing he gonna try to test. I'm gonna try to test.
You see my post, right?
You said, which one?
Well, I told you to leave the kids home.
My son gonna be front and center. He'll be front and center.
Leave the kids home.
Why wouldn't he want to see his father become two-time world champ?
Lamont,
what's up?
Lamont, let me ask you this. You know, how is your style going to be different than anything Tank has faced, and how will you be able to get the upset and give him his first defeat?
It's just it's skill wise. I bring a lot to the table. I can adapt. I can fight various different styles. I'm tough. I'm gritty. I'm smart. I'm witty. Whatever the case may be, whatever I gotta pull out my bag of tricks to win, that's what I'm gonna do. Motherfucking the rest of them, either they was one-trick ponies or they just ain't have enough. So,
Do you feel like people are overlooking you in this fight as the underdog?
come on now, of course. I mean, but everything is opinionated. The only thing that's gonna matter is when we get in the ring.
As for you, Tank, you know, going into this fight, this will obviously be your first fight of 2025. How do you envision 2025 playing out for you?
25 is after next year, I'm out of it.
Welcome to say LS Boxing Fact Judgment Facts. Let's judge this fact. I don't know, will Tank really retire without fighting top fighters? That's the question that I want to ask. Will Tank retire without fighting the best? Without fighting the fighters that we know? Will Tank retire without fighting Keyshawn? Will Tank retire without fighting Shakur? Will Tank retire without fighting Devin Haney?
After our second fight.
You're out of it?
Yeah,
Care to elaborate on that?
out of the sport.
After our second fight. Nah, no, I'm gonna win, bro.
Nah, I could tell you my fights.
All right. I'll go to Lamont Roach Sr. over here. You know, obviously you have helped with your son becoming a world champion here. What do you need to do to craft a game plan to, no one's been able to solve Tank Davis. What do you need to do to, together with you and your team and obviously your son, to score that victory?
We're gonna do what we need to do to win. I'm not gonna get no secrets out, but we got a game plan. We're gonna execute it, and we're gonna get the
Move
results.
that head, move that head, bob and weave, bob and weave,
Hey, that go both ways.
That go both ways.
bob and weave.
Tank, what is Lamont going to learn March 1st inside that ring here at Barclays Center?
Bob and weave, bob and weave. You got bob and weave.
He's in what?
You got bob and weave, job, bob and weave.
All right, Tank, let's get a prediction from you. Lamont Roach, March 1st, Barclays Center, Amazon Prime, pay-per-view, PBC. What is going down?
Want me to say?
Go ahead so I can call Cap. Go ahead. Come on. Get it over with.
I say 9th round.
What?
I say 9th round.
You said 9?
Yeah.
What's your response to that, Lamont?
Look, he got scared. Look, he looked at night.
I'm telling you, you saying you going down in the night? You know that power curry late.
I know you got some sneaky power. That's what I do know.
What?
Who said that? You said
My
what?
man over
You
there
said
said
what?
bet.
Yeah, that's why I've been waiting for the niggas to talk. How much you want back? How much you want to bet? Because I came up here alone. How much y'all want back? How much you want back? Just call it out. Huh? 100? That's a bet. What's your name? Al, where you from? All right, bet. It's a bet.
Cuz.
It's a bet.
Yeah, cuz.
Tank, he feeling better now. Tank feeling better.
Yeah. Somebody done got him out his bag.
Lamont, what's going down March 1st? Prediction, how does it play out at Barclays Center here?
You signed 100K?
Come on, hey, fool, hold on. He with me, so he wasn't gonna say nothing. He wasn't gonna say no number with no
All three
K.
of y'all want to bet 100? Right.
He wasn't gonna say nothing else with a K following it. Yeah, man, everything was gonna be a K following it. He with me.
Do you want to bet 100?
So
Right.
What'd you say?
Do you want to bet 100?
We can bet 100.
You sure?
Yeah,
Are you sure?
we can shake on it. We can shake on
Old
it.
school.
Yeah.
What I look like?
Yeah, that's what I like.
Yeah.
Get in my mold then.
Yeah.
Tank,
Yeah,
it
my
seems
mold,
Tank.
man.
Hold on.
It
let
seems
me
like you
answer
get a
your
little
original
excited
question.
with, some of these bets that are coming out. Is that, starting to
Nah, I just
gear things up a little bit for you?
I like to show people they not who they say they are. I like to prove people. I like to prove people.
Go ahead, be specific, brother.
Don't worry about it.
All right.
And I like to prove the people that like.
Yeah, I mean, who said who ain't what they said they is? I don't.
I like to prove to the people they come with.
Oh.
Cause that's who they be thinking tough.
Do you like that when people doubt you? You like to prove them wrong?
Yeah. My first world champion in this building, the whole building doubted me.
What's your response to that, Lamont? I mean, you see, obviously, some, I don't know if they're fans or part of your team, but, you know.
They with me and they backing my play. That's what they gonna do. They gonna back my play, and then you see they been backing my play, and I've been backing theirs 100%.
And how do you see March 1st playing now? How do you think it's going to go down here at Barclays Center? I mean, you have an opportunity in front of you to become a world champion at not only 130 pounds, but 135 pounds.
Hopefully he bob and weave, take his own advice. Cause it's going down, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I'm coming with everything I got. And if you ain't on your A game, if you ain't focused,
trying to hear that shit.
If you ain't focused, cause I know you ain't focused. It's been to the streets. It's been to the streets. I know you ain't focused. So you better tighten up.
Yeah.
You better tighten up.
That's why I got everybody out of there. That's why I got everybody out of there. Can they see my page again?
You better tighten up.
Can they see my page now?
I'm telling you right now, you better tighten up. Cause if you don't, my mother, I'm gonna make it look like a cakewalk. That's March 1st.
And I promise you, you better lead them home. You better lead the females home. On my mother, you better lead the females home and the kids. On my mother.
Yeah.
Now watch this.
They gonna
now
beat
watch.
It. They gonna beat
now
it.
Watch. Now watch.
What's different from 10 minutes ago when you said that?
You know how when they told you said how like I posed for Lomachenko, right? Mm-hmm. And like how he said like he was retired and things like that. I feel as though like we've been in it so long that we are getting tired of it. Like we've been beating our body up so long, but it be like situations like just now, like when he talking that spark the plug again.
Yeah, that's what.
Is that all it takes for you? Is that all it takes? Just a little comment?
Nah, but that's what I want though. I don't want you to fight me like you saying you going out.
It always go like this. It always go like this.
Nah,
Niggas
what I'm saying, you just said you feel like you going
and
out.
And they go to sleep.
I don't want you to feel like you going out.
I'm telling you.
I don't want that to be an excuse. You know our team name, no excuse. I don't want it to be like, oh, that was my last fight and shit like that. I don't want that. That's going to stain my legacy. You hear me?
Lamont, is this what you want? Is this the Tank you want to face March 1st?
I want to face the best Tank, duh. I'm not trying to spark nothing. It is what it is. Nigga, he one of the best. I'm one of the best. We trying to get in there. We trying to rumble.
Tank, do you prefer when you get something like that kind of sparks that motivation and just turns on that switch for you? Yeah. Do you prefer that now going into training camp and getting set for March 1st that it's going to light a fire under you?
He going to be mad. He going to be mad. Watch.
I'm glad I could do that for you, brother. It's going to be a great event.
All right, gentlemen. It should be an exciting event March 1st here at Barclays Center in Brooklyn. And as Tank, final words to say to Lamont Roach and fans watching at home as they are getting set for this event March 1st?
Time ticking. That's it.
Time ticking. Lamont, same question to you. Fans watching at home, people in DC watching you, biggest opportunity of your career. What do you have to say to not only Tank, but people at home watching?
Strap your boots up. It's going to be a hell of a ride.